Yo, what is going on, guys? Got a video for you here today from Alpha Central titled "Woman Has a Meltdown After Realizing That He Is Done With Her Attitude." Sounds like a fun one. Now, today's video was suggested to me by Matrix of Madness. I'm going to leave both of their channels linked in the pinned comment, so make sure you go and subscribe to these guys. Don't forget to leave your own comments, and let's jump right into the video.
Girl's having a baby, right?
Yeah.
She deliberately lies about who the father is. Should she go to jail?
Should she go to jail?
For lying?
Hell no.
Hell yeah.
But
Hell yeah.
he should get some compensation and be paid and did some take care of the mother.
Is she tripping? Yeah, nonsense.
It is shameful how there are no legal protections for men who fall victim to a woman who lied about him being the father of the child. Instead, men are told that they need to step up and to pay for something that is not there.
Hell, what the going to jail for?
She f***ing lied.
Okay, maybe she didn't know.
No, I just said she deliberately lied about who the father is.
Should she go to jail?
Yeah.
No. Jail ain't for everybody.
She scammed.
She didn't really, because still at the end of the day.
Modern women love to do this. They'll be given a crystal clear scenario and they'll change it to fit their narrative. Deep down, they know that they are wrong, but they'll take every opportunity to not admit that.
And can just go sleeping around with like 10 women and it's okay, but then if a woman does it, it's like bad.
How easy do you think it would be for you to go in there and sleep with 10 guys?
Very easily. I mean, because like guys willingly will just go up to you out of the blue.
For the average guy, like your friend that was just here,
Yeah.
how easy do you think it would be for him to sleep with 10 women?
If the guy is like some like gorgeous model, maybe he might.
What modern women refuse to admit is that they hold the keys to the bedroom, so they decide who gets to have bedroom fun with them. But they just assume that men have that same kind of an access.
I think if a guy could sleep with 10 women, the reason he's celebrated is because not a lot of guys can sleep with 10 women. There's a lot of guys that are not by choice. Whereas like even the ugliest woman can sleep with a guy. So why celebrate you for something that's so easy to do?
Damn.
He didn't even need insults, just facts. And the silence that followed proved that he won this one by a mile.
My hairline has nothing to do with hereditary.
Oh.
Women did this.
Whoa, I was gonna say, because I've only seen you with a hat on. I've only seen you with a hat on until this moment.
Women, I've been bald since I was 22.
Men are constantly being judged for things that they have no control over. But what's really disturbing is how these women will act like they are justified in ripping into these men for these things. And they act like they're beyond any form of criticism themselves.
That's what I thought. Glasses back on.
She literally tried to assault this man, but odds are there is an army of modern women out there who will still go and call for this man's arrest simply because he didn't allow himself to be punched by an intoxicated woman.
Do you have an only?
I do.
I feel like she makes a lot of peas on that.
100%.
What are you kind of doing in there? Like, what's the kind of thing?
I have gone full out on there, I can't lie.
Full out? It's not looking good, babe.
But I am actually a hustler.
What's the most amount of peas you made in 1 month?
About 50k.
50 grand.
He's got such a aura.
Have you done it with more than one?
No, I've only stuck with one guy.
What these spicy content creators will never understand is that it doesn't matter what kind of content they create. If they're selling their bodies online, then they're instantly unattractive to a large percentage of the male population.
Multiple willy, yeah.
Otherwise, you're just a
Would you ever do that?
No, I've been asked to do like full-on.com by Jason Love.
I thought you'd like that though. That's like you're
I
playing.
like it, but I feel like once you're in it, that's it.
She definitely did it, bruv.
Ah, ma'am, you're not a hustler. You're a subscription. I think it's best you clear up your delusions about that.
I don't want a girl. I don't want like a wife because what they say can't go hunt. I'll just go like, no, I'm going hunt right now. You're not what to do?
Well, you can't blame the kid for having his priorities, that's for sure.
Oh my gosh, I love that shirt. I'm gonna have to steal it from you sometime.
Why would I want to wear this shirt around you if you're gonna steal it from me? Like, that doesn't even make any sense. I like this shirt.
That sad part is that she thinks this is a cute form of flirting, and she can't understand why the man wasn't receptive to the fact that she wanted to steal things from him.
What would you want the minimum yearly income to be for your future husband?
I want somebody established that brings something to the table.
Yeah, just
I
give
don't
me a
know
number. Just give me
what
a number.
that is.
Give me a number. Give me a number.
I
Give me a
want
number.
somebody
Give me a
that's
number.
retired,
Give me a number.
that's
Give me a
wealthy.
number. Give me a number.
Somebody
Give
that's
me a
got
number.
$5
Give
million in the
me-
bank.
Wait,
That's what she
hold
said.
on. Wait.
$1 million is the minimum for you, lady? What in
coming in.
God's name are you bringing to the table for a millionaire?
Hello,
How much
I'm
you got?
established.
Established with what?
I don't want to announce on here.
You
I
literally
don't.
have a blankie on because you're so cold. Like, what are you bringing to the table here?
These women will never understand that they think their mere existence and the businesses they own make them desirable. And when men tell them that they aren't, they get incredibly defensive. It's pretty damn hilarious.
I'm established. Get over yourself.
Get
I
over
own property in my early 20s.
Get over yourself, Andrew. You talking girl, Holly?
I'm 62 years old. God bless you. If you don't have something by that age.
At 62 years old, you should be a little bit more emotionally mature to understand that there isn't a whole hell of a lot you're bringing to the table. You're a bit overweight.
Hey.
Right? You're a bit snarky.
I rebuke.
What are you bringing to the table?
It's just
that you
preferences.
consider
Let's
a
move on.
millionaire to take you up on this offer, lady?
Those are not preferences, those are delusional demands, and she thinks because of some things she accomplished nearly 40 years ago, this makes her entitled to a millionaire. That's crazy.
Do you like tortas? Like tortas. I heard.
DoorDash?
No, tortas.
Or tortas. That means fat.
No, oh what? No, that's that.
No, that's fat. That's what it means. If you want to like torta, you need to want to fat.
Oh, I didn't know.
No, I'm telling you. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna tell you the real.
Okay.
Yeah.
This woman is clearly on public transportation, and one of the golden rules of riding the bus is that you just leave people alone, and you most certainly don't record them for content. This is what happens when you break the rule.
Person started saying I look like a Muppet. And people say it so much, sometimes I start to believe it. And so I even asked Vince, I'm like, do I look like a Muppet? Oh my God. He's like, absolutely not.
This is why men are walking away. She's breaking down on national television because of a low-tier insult that anybody with even the smallest amount of thick skin should be able to take without crying about it.
So, Elizabeth, what's your craziest confession?
Being ran on me one day, and like a guy just like whipped it out and started like on me.
Please tell me she didn't just casually admit to a and a golden like it's the most normal thing ever. What even?
This is what happens when this kind of irresponsible behavior is glorified. These women come out so broken and so damaged that they think that these kind of acts are completely normal, everyday occurrences.
What the? Why would you grab chocolate milk out of my fridge?
It's your fridge?
Yeah, it's my fridge. Why would you grab chocolate milk out of it?
Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't know.
It's amazing to see her go-to statement was that she didn't know it was chocolate milk, but it shouldn't matter. The chocolate milk wasn't hers and she stole it anyway.
You didn't know. Like, think about respect and just understanding how it happens in the world. Like, you don't just go into somebody's fridge. Like, I wouldn't just walk into your place and go in your fridge and grab it. It's not the kind of person I am.
And all of this happened because they wanted to pose in front of a camera and boast about binge drinking cheap alcohol at a college party.
A lot of people will look at me and be like, oh, she eat, she do this, she do that all the time. That's not my reality either. Like,
you don't eat?
I do eat, but I don't just sit down.
You walked in and, you said the chair was too small, so you had to bring the part of the sectional for you to sit in.
So I'm really active for my size. Like, I like to do a lot of stuff. But I
saw you fall the other day on stage.
Yeah, even though my dad died from a heart attack, it runs in his family, stuff like that. Blood issues run in our family, but I never, but thyroid.
They giving you the
is a
wrong
big
test
thing.
big name.
People know what cars they can fit in.
Do they though? Yeah, I got a little Prius.
I can fit in there.
You can't fit in no
Yes,
Prius.
The delusion that these women carry is absolutely unreal. This kind of behavior is literally unhealthy, but she'll cover it up by saying it's her thyroid because she's active. She denies all of the warning signs just so that she doesn't have to do any form of work.
I feel like a lot of times people think that bigger people, obese, the F word people should just be in a house. when it's like
The
we
F
not.
word?
Yeah, the F word. I'm not
The
about
word
to
that you can't say in your house,
Yeah.
fat. You don't like it.
Oh!
I'm not saying that word.
Yeah, we don't use that word in my house either.
I thought you talking about the gay slur. I'm like, wait, I'm confused.
No.
It's interesting how she has no problem with her size, and yet she's triggered by the word fat. You'd think that if she's unbothered with her weight, that word wouldn't affect her in the slightest, but apparently it does.
I need y'all to settle an argument for me before I get a divorce. So I'm making some chicken tenders on the grill, right? It's me, my wife, her daughter, my stepdaughter, her stepdaughter. So it's each parent and then a stepkid, which is the other parent's real kid, however you want to say it, whatever. Me, my wife, my daughter, her daughter. They don't like barbecue sauce. She's furious. She's off at me right now because something to do with the way this chicken looks. Can somebody tell me? She's like, so this is the one you made for you and your daughter, and this is the one you made for me and my daughter. And I'm like,
What's crazy is how modern women will drone on and on about not wanting to cook or clean in a marriage, but when a man steps up and does the cooking, she still feels like she has the right to rip into him over minor crap.
yeah, this is why I put barbecue sauce on this one, because you guys said you don't like barbecue sauce. See, this is like the last couple pieces that'll go there to make the piles just as big. But she's like, you don't see anything wrong with this. And I'm like, what should I see? What should I see wrong with it? I see 2 piles of chicken. Mine and my daughters have barbecue sauce because we like that, and yours don't because you guys. What the did I do wrong? Okay, real quick, now that the rest of the tenders are off, their pile actually looks bigger, in my opinion, which I don't know. She won't tell me what is wrong. She just keeps saying, you can't tell me what's wrong with this. You can't look at this and tell me what's wrong with this. This is one you made for us, and that's one you made for you. Like, what did I do wrong?
He made food for his wife, and yet she still found a reason to be ungrateful. It's impossible for women like this to show 1 ounce of gratitude without feeling the need to be disrespectful towards their husband.
Do you think men cheat?
Because the woman they have at home usually don't understand them. They're usually just talk a lot. Women have this thing where they just yap too much. They don't know when to shut up. And it's like, they don't understand their man. Women are selfish, so it's always about what they want, they need, and all that.
We see modern women openly talk about cheating all of the time, and the reasons are downright laughable. Everything from boredom, hormones, to revenge. They always have an excuse locked and loaded, ready to go.
You have a man who's the, head of the household, and you're like a stay-at-home wife, and he comes home, the house dirty, your kids ain't clean, they're crying, the food ain't done, and it's just like he goes through that every single day. Yeah, go get some ass somewhere else, bro. She's not doing anything, and I think that women lack that part.
If women cheating isn't tolerated, then it shouldn't be for men. But what's sad is how it's always condemned for men and celebrated by women. The double standard is completely messed up.
Follow me on Instagram.
For what?
Why not?
Why should I follow you?
Why not?
I mean, I don't feel like following you.
Oh.
You can follow me though.
Why are you being?
I'm not. Are you gonna follow me?
I can if you follow me back.
I bet. I'm not.
Her attitude shows that she's getting used to getting attention, not getting humbled. That's why she's malfunctioning like that.
She's just trying to get more men to invest into her thirst traps. She clearly has no interest in the guy, only interested in him buying her product, even though the product is clearly rotten.
I harp on women a lot because we're not realistic. And then we complain about the reality and what we're not getting. And then when they go to men, it's like, he's been humbled his entire life.
Charlie, yeah.
His entire life, right? You have, boys in school, these high school boys, girls tell them, oh, you're broke, you're this, that. And mind you, they're in school, like we're in school together.
Yeah.
And you're telling me I'm broke.
There's also the fact that these women not only have insane standards, but they also believe that they are actually entitled to them, and they feel like acting like spoiled children and treating men like trash is okay, just as long as they get what they actually want.
But what I'm saying is they had to learn to say, okay, what do I need to do to get better? Yeah. When you have somebody that never gets told they need to get better, they think they top shelf.
No one ever told her you need to improve, so she just walks around with delusion instead of self-awareness.
Young man, you don't look at your Miss Terry porch, baby. Oh, no, Miss Terry, Miss Terry, no, Miss Terry, Miss Terry.
Miss Terry needs to see HR real quick after that.
That behavior is totally unacceptable. This is a man who said no, and this woman didn't care. Because in the eyes of a modern woman, if she assaults a guy, then it's a compliment. That's disgusting.
Okay, you got your nightwear on.
It's giving nightwear.
Yeah, baby.
I bought this from a day store.
From a day store?
Exactly.
Well, it's giving nightwear. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Easy to take off at night.
And hard to put on.
So we're just calling club fits nightwear now? Oh, yeah, sure.
Who do you think has the nicer set of Elizabeth Warren or Kamala Harris?
I'll go with the white chick.
Do you go with the white? Why is it that you take the white gazumbas over the black?
Her ideology is not like.
I actually thought I entered a time warp and went back 100 years because I could not believe somebody was asking this question.
For context, by the way, this man is a comedian, so he's obviously making a joke to trigger modern women, and she fell for it hook, line, and sinker.
What question?
Yeah, you said who's got the nicer Elizabeth Warren or Kamala Harris?
What did you think on the answer to that question?
I don't have an answer to that question.
You had to pick between the two sets of gazumbas.
By the question. I know that mental illness can come in pairs. Phenomena.
What were you saying about a pair?
Like that you guys are paired together in this absurd. I'm an anti-activist, as a matter of fact, but you're not going to get an interview from me about the subject because I want.
What's your favorite anti? Is it people's ants?
Your mother would be very ashamed you're doing this kind of work.
Being an anti-corn activist has nothing to do with the subject at hand. She's just trying to take the moral high ground over a topic that dudes have been talking about since the dawn of language itself.
This model from Norway dumped a famous football player right before the wedding, having learned that he had no property at all. They had been together for 4 years, traveling, expensive restaurants, social events. But when it came to the wedding, everything changed. Buyer forward Victor Boniface found himself in a difficult situation. His girlfriend from Norway supported him from the first steps in his career, accompanied him to matches, and celebrated victories with him. But she had one condition: no marriage contract, so that the property would be divided in half in the event of a divorce.
This level of entitlement is disgusting. She pretended to care about his career. She reaped all of the benefits of his money, but then left him the second she realized that she wasn't going to get a dime if she ended the marriage.
Boniface agreed without hesitation, but it soon turned out that all his property was registered in the name of his mother. Informally, he had nothing. Having learned about this, the girl broke off the engagement right before the wedding and left after so many years of relationship. After the breakup, Rick was hit with a wave of criticism on social networks, and in the end, the girl had to close her profile to avoid pressure.
She wasn't in love. She was in position, waiting for that marriage to hit so she could cash out. Man dodged a walking lawsuit with makeup.
This is becoming more common nowadays. It's tragic, but also it's smart. If a woman truly cares about you, she wouldn't care about this. If anything, she'd be understanding. This man dodged a massive bullet, if you asked me.
عايز أسألك سؤال، هل ممكن الست تخلي جوزها مليونير؟
يعني تقف جنب
لحد ما يبقى مليونير؟
الست تخلي جوزها مليونير؟ طبعا.
ازاي؟
لو كان ملياردير.
That joke had timing, delivery, and disrespect. She could do nothing but dap him up for that masterpiece.
When you make a modern woman crack up like that, then you know you've got yourself a solid one-liner.
Ich mache tatsächlich Only.
Red Flag?
Behindert, doll, Digga.
Okay. Warum?
Warum bezahlen Leute 5 Euro, um meine Chaya nackt zu sehen?
Also für mich bezahlt man ein bisschen mehr und ich lasse mich. Man zeigt mich.
She said a little bit more needs to be paid, like that was supposed to sound empowering. It just made it worse.
This woman thinks that she's better than all of the other content creators because she charges €7 for her skin pictures.
We're gonna make out here.
Okay.
We're gonna make out here.
No, we're not. Here,
Turn off the lights.
stop right there.
Turn off the lights. We're gonna make out.
Wait, stay right there for
Oh,
me.
it's my bed. It's my bed.
All right.
I gotta pee, bro.
I know. I have
gotta
to pee as well.
Bro. I gotta pee.
Okay, do you want to try this first exercise for me?
I will do anything for you, Daddy. God damn.
All right.
You in that suit? I'll do anything for you.
I have no idea if she's trying to flirt her way out of a ticket or if she's so drunk and lonely that she thinks hitting on a cop after being pulled over for driving under the influence is a good idea. In today's world, either one is possible.
You put your feet together.
Oh, put my feet together.
And your hands on your side.
Whatever you say, Daddy.
Okay. Now
I'll
before
put my hand on my hip.
No, I was grabbing my flashlight.
Oh, whatever you want, Daddy.
Okay. Before we start.
Hey, fair shirt.
Are you wearing
Fair
contacts right now?
Are you wearing contacts right now?
No, I'm wearing glasses.
No, I am wearing
hold on.
contacts.
Here.
Wait, you see this?
What's disturbing about this is how this guy is just trying to do his job and being professional, and yet there are still women on social media who will claim he's in the wrong and deserves to be fired.
I am wearing contacts.
Sophia,
Did you see this?
can you put your shirt on?
I am wearing contacts.
Can you put your shirt on?
I am wearing contacts. I swear to God, I'm wearing contacts.
Hold on, I want you to think for like 2 seconds.
I am wearing contacts.
Sophia.
You might have glasses, but I am wearing contacts.
Hey, Sophia.
I swear to God, I'm wearing contacts.
Like 2 seconds.
Why are you such a nerd, bro?
In all seriousness.
Bro, don't be such a nerd, bro.
You can tell she's used to talking her way out of trouble, but ma'am, this isn't a bouncer at the club. It's a cop with a clipboard and zero patience for drunken flirting.
It wouldn't be surprising in the slightest if this woman is in grad school for her master's degree right now.
If you want as a woman, why you keep me?
I don't.
You want me to be an idiot, sacrifice my life, because I'm honest and devotion, idiot, the stupid, trash, idiot, dog, go away. This? Why? I deserve women who will respect me. I would never do this to you. You know how many guys approach me? How many? You know, a lot. And I would say, what? You know what I would say? I'm in a relationship.
Good job.
I'm sorry. Invite me to Vegas right now!
All that drama just for a weekend in Vegas? I'm positive she still didn't get that invite.
It doesn't matter if it's a trip to Vegas or the corner store, that woman has no right to disrespect that man like that for any reason. But these women feel like they can do it because they are raised to be spoiled children.
Women do not need men to get bank accounts, houses. They have careers on their own.
No, you still rely on men. It's just indirect now. See, men have always been in between women and the real world. That your office job is not real life. Here's another depiction of that. Here's men going out to face danger and build things on the outside in order to create a safe space for women on the inside. This is how it's always been, and it still is. You just don't understand that because you're too comfortable.
That's the thing these women will never understand. Everything they take for granted was built on the backs of men, but they refuse to accept that because they don't want to live in a world where they are not the most important.
Men still do all the hard work. If all women stopped working right now, we'd be fine. If all men stopped working, everyone would die. And that is, again, because men make all the food and build all the houses and the walls, and they used to guard the border. I guess they gave up on that. Women have never done that and can't. Men still do all of the necessary things to create the space for you to have your girl bossing fun time. The way it works is that women are always really happy for men to do the hard, dangerous work until times are really good, until we build something better than this.
The funny counter-argument that modern women give to this argument is the one where they say that women can do the same back-breaking labor as men, but they simply don't want to. It's an awfully convenient cop-out.
And then you look around and you go, hey, men have more than us. No fair. You go to the government, which writes some laws for you, which makes you equal, and then you are disgusted by men who are equal to you. So without equality laws, it's very easy for women to find men they respect, and with equality laws, it's very difficult. Then everyone tells these men that they're worthless. Then when men go away, then there is nothing in between you and bad stuff. So you might want to stop being so mouthy.
We are far past the point of modern women stopping their complaining. The entitlement and emotional damage they have brought on themselves has made it impossible for them to be grateful or loyal to anything.
Why, look, this is Celine Runway 2007.
You have bobby pins in the back of it. It's literally too big. It's not even altered. It's not even made to fit for you. You're literally borrowing that from somebody. Behind the 6-week-old braids are 2 bobby pins.
Even if she was being honest, she's referring to herself in third person while also bragging about her biggest accomplishment, which was literally 20 years ago.
Hello!
What?
Okay, now you're gonna slowly saute. So you're gonna mix these around.
I got it. Hey, bro.
Well, you had nothing. I'm not big, bro. I'm fine.
I'm having the hair down.
My hair is done.
What's done?
Is.
After she tried to play cute, he played savage and exposed her like it was nothing.
This woman has no idea how insufferable she is. This is why men need to stand up for themselves to a woman like this.
Hey.
Hey, what's up? So, what are we trying to do?
Honestly, I'm just here for the free food.
Of course you would be. I mean, yeah, nice. That's fine. Yeah, let's go. Are you at least gonna give me something?
No, I don't do that on the first date.
All right. Where do you live so I can drop you off?
I'll just get out.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, all right.
If you openly admit that you're using a man for free food and will provide nothing in return, then it's not a date. It's just openly admitting that you're a parasite. But anyway, guys, we are going to be leaving today's episode there. As always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new here. Drop a comment, and I will see you all in the next one. Make sure you take care of yourselves. Peace.